Today it's going to be about the new system of how they controlled money through their kingdom. So I named the chapter as the establishment of Bank of England. Things are happening in England. So the need of a private bank was fronted by a retired pirate called William Peterson. And after introducing all of this, the system of banking, he said that, I'll say the exact words that's been recorded, had the benefit of interest on all monies which is created out of nothing, which means he's printing money or making money from nothing. On Thursday, 21st January 1694, a subscription of £1.2 million were opened, which was on Thursday, and on the coming Wednesday, the whole £1 million of subscriptions was all subscribed. I need you to clearly hear what I'm saying and observe and compare and analyze what's happening in today's world. So, William Peterson lended the unlimited sum of money at 8% per annum, which he said was for the war against Louise XIV of France. So he took a bunch of money from the bank, his own bank, with an 8% of interest in the name of war. He said it was for the war against Louise XIV of France. So why was he fighting against Louis XIV of France? Was they were practicing state banking system. So every finance, everything was inside the system, was controlled inside the state bank itself. So in England, the bank is being controlled by the king, which is basically a democratic treasury. So now the biggest bank is in England and is being controlled by the king itself. So what the king does is takes the money from bank for interest and pay back from the bank itself. The whole interest has been paid back from the bank itself. So it's basically simply printing money. He takes the money, he uses it, and it's all in the society or out of his hands. So if he needs to return it back to the bank, he just prints money. And it was not so far that £1.2 million were simply printed out of nothing, without even the gold cover, which was considered as the collateral of something that of the same value that you produce. So now the system, the bank system, is being established and being tried to copied by and is being copied by most of the countries. So the usurious and the people inside the countries who practice usuries and the goldsmith, the moneylenders, all knew that it would be in great danger that the racket of the fractional reserve would simply collapse from within no time. So now they were in danger, real danger, and they clearly understood that the bank is going to be the central keystone of everything, central keystone of the world. So coming back to the bank, and in an idea of making more money, they thought that they would now impose some tax, because the only money they legally get is from the seigniorage of what they make, which is 8% of what is printed or loaned out for the people. So they now are taxing the people, the common people, everyone, for the laborers, the cargo that comes inside the country, the vessels, the companies, everything. it's just been taxed for a minimum of 20%. And behind all of these, they were going for war for the people who were practicing state banking without interest. Some of the countries were North American colonies and France under Napoleon, the real Napoleon. They finally understood that war can make them poor, because it's a bunch of money wasted and a bunch of resources wasted if they lose the war, or the war gets to a draw. It's a hell of resources wasted. So they came to realize that all of this is going to be wasted, or all the energy is going to be wasted. So for the remedy of this is going to be wasted, and the people are going back to the time where they have to be the slaves of the people who had the money or the resources. So in order for the remedy of the slavery, or to stabilize the country, the government equally split the most wealth and equally give it to the people. So whatever the government had was equally splitted and given to the people. So all are on the line of all are above the line of slavery. So no need to go to the people who had money and act as slaves, or do a bunch of shit for them. So they have been saved. And I'll stop here and we'll continue in the next video.